Friday, or as I like to call it, Fry-yay. We get to spend the weekend together, or the beginning of the weekend. So let me get the recipe ideas, watch party up so that we can all cook together, because together is my favorite place to be. Let me get this up. We have some fun things we're going to be making today. I was in the spring mood, so I thought we're going to make some springy foods today. Facebook recently sent me an email saying that they are going to stop doing watch parties. I think it was like April 16th, something like that. So we will have to share this on the recipe page a different way so that we can all be together. Maureen, hello Maureen, so glad you could join me today. Oh, let's turn my sound off. All right, we're almost there. Let's just click this, and then I think we're good to go. It's not opening. Here we go. All right, so we are going to make, I was feeling in the Eastery mood, Megan from Toronto. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Sean. Woohoo! I'm here. Woohoo! You're here, Sean. So glad. Oh, this is so fun. My favorite day of the week is cooking with you guys. I just love being in the kitchen together. So we are going to cook carrot banana bread. Now, this is not in any cookbook yet, but it was so yummy, I had to let you in on it. There is a carrot bake recipe in one of the cookbooks. I want to say it's volume 2. Hi, Aunt Patty. I want to say it's in volume 2. It's for sure in Cooking with Joy. It's in one of the earlier volumes, and that one's really yummy too. But this is just a little bit different twist on it. And then we're going to make, from the cover of the brand new volume 10, it arrived, let's see, what was it, Monday? This came Monday, the first shipment of books. So I got to hold it and look at it, and oh, it's so pretty. Kelly designed the cover. Isn't it gorgeous? So, oh, hello, Lois. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So we are going to make the picture that's on the front cover, that delicious cucumber salad. It is cucumber dilly salad. Oops, I called it dilly cucumber salad, but I can switch that after. So we're going to make that. It is so yummy. It's so refreshing. It tastes like spring in a bowl, and it's so easy. Linda, greetings, Miss Natalie. So happy to be here with you today, friend. Yay, welcome, Linda. So glad you could join me in my kitchen. Oh, so fun. So we're going to start with the carrot banana bread. And I have my toaster oven, my little oven. You could use a regular oven. That's over there. I have it preheating at 350. So you can preheat your oven to 350. And let's dig in. So we're going to start by mashing our banana. So I have a bowl here, and I have my scale here. We're going to turn that on. And the riper your banana, the sweeter they'll be. So I like to get, I saw somebody called it leopard bananas. I thought that was really, or cheetah bananas, that's what it was. Cheetah bananas because they're spotted. So this one's pretty spotted. It would not be good to eat fresh, so it's perfect to bake with. Elizabeth Hickman. Hello, Elizabeth. So glad you're joining me today. We are going to do 3 ounces banana because this is for breakfast. So the carrots will be part of our fruit serving because you can swap vegetables for your fruit serving, but not the other way around. So like at lunchtime, you couldn't do just 12 ounces of fruit, which would be amazing, but you can't. But you could do 12 ounces vegetables. Same with breakfast. You can have vegetables instead of your fruit. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense, right? Hi, Janice Peterson. Thank you for joining me. Sandy, hello from Utah. Hello, Sandy, all the way in Utah. Welcome to small town Minnesota. We're going to do 3 ounces banana. We're going to add it straight to our bowl. No need to slice because we're going to mash this up. 3 ounces. Perfect. Almost a whole banana. And that's what I forgot, forks. I knew I forgot something. And always when baking, we use a lot of forks and bowls. I don't know why. My dishwasher is always full of forks and bowls, but that's okay. So we're going to mash this banana up. Get it all nice and squished. No big chunks. I mean, if there are chunks, that'll still be really yummy. But we want this to blend in with the rest of our foods and our flavors. All right, so we have this nice and mashed. Doesn't have to be perfect. It'll work. Now we're going to shred our carrots. Now you could do this by hand, which is a workout, especially if you have just a little baby carrots, which is what I have right now. Or you can use a food processor with a grater attachment, which is great. So funny. I'm going to use that. And it came with my little food processor, or my hand blender, immersion blender. It's called both things. It came with that, which is kind of nice. Otherwise, I have a giant food processor, which is kind of cumbersome to dig out and open and do all that stuff. So I like to use my little one. Now, you can use any kind of carrots. I know that there's purple carrots, there's colored carrots. I just have some baby carrots, and then if these run out, I have these carrot chips. They will work. As long as it can shred, it'll work. So I'm going to put this on here. Let's see. How does this go? Here we go. I have it backwards. I will get this. All right. There we go. Technical difficulties. Haven't dropped anything yet. We're going to do 3 ounces of carrots, shredded carrots. And if there's leftovers, make a double batch or something, or save it for lunch. You can put it on top of your salad. It'd be delicious. Otherwise, you can weigh out your carrots before you shred them, but who wants to do that? I'm just going to shred these up and then weigh 3 ounces when I'm done. You could even add this to a nice, if you're making like roasted vegetables or you're making like roasted casserole with vegetables, you could just throw in the shredded carrots in there. Put this on and we're going to shred these. Kind of fun. I'm going to put my bowl back on and let's see if this is 3 ounces. Make sure you don't cut yourself because there are sharp objects. Oh, if you take your fork out and you have it in there, you got to zero the scale again. I don't think this will be 3 ounces, but it might. Hey, exactly. Let's see, just need a tish bit more. Get all the sides. Get in there, little carrots. Ha! Exactly 3 ounces, so it was about a handful of baby carrots. Perfect. I'm going to keep my fork. Alright, so we have all our fruit serving in there. Now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to do 1 ounce. You could do quinoa flakes, uncooked oats, or I'm going to do 4 ounces cooked steel cut oats. Does that make sense? It makes sense. It's 4 ounces. It's already cooked. I made a batch of it, and I'm like, ooh, I got to use it up. I did it. Kelly, she was so sweet. She made me like an apple bake last night for breakfast this morning, and I'm like, hey, I got these oats. I made them. I got to use them up before they spoil. Can you put that in my bake? It was so good having the cooked oats. So you could do 4 ounces cooked oats or oatmeal. This is steel cut oats. You could do any kind of oats, or quinoa flakes work, or raw uncooked oats, 1 ounce. That works also. But I'm going to do 4 ounces of my steel cut oats. So this is a good way to use up if you could even use rice if you have leftover rice. Or if you have like cooked quinoa, you could use that also. This is kind of use whatever grain you have in your kitchen, which is kind of fun. Trying new grains, doing new things. Now we're going to add a pinch of sea salt. Whenever you're working with fruit, you always want to add a pinch of salt because it brings out the sweetness of things. This is about an 1/8 teaspoon. Sylvia, do you cook the quinoa flakes as well, like the oatmeal? I've never cooked quinoa flakes as like an oatmeal with just water or however you make oatmeal, just water and you cook it. I've never done that, and I'm not sure if it would just turn to like mush, because I did get wheat bran, which is just grain. That would be a grain. And that it says on there not to cook it like an oatmeal because it'll turn to mush, and that kind of looks like the consistency of quinoa flakes. So I would probably add the quinoa flakes raw. That's what I did in the original recipe, and it was beautiful. All right, I'm going to try my... Oh, she's going to try her black rice. Ooh, that's fancy. Yeah, 4 ounces cooked black rice would be perfect in this too. It would give it like a more chunky flavor. Sylvia, okay, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know if quinoa flakes would cook like an oatmeal. They might, maybe. Now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, or you could do your favorite extract. I know Linda Steele is like the extract queen. She likes her rum extract. We're going to do vanilla. You could do maple extract. That would be yummy too. Just a teaspoon. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of lemon juice. There's something about lemon juice that does things to recipes that's really yummy. Like when you put it in the yogurt cheesecake, it does something to that recipe. And I'm not exactly sure what, but I know it makes it tasty. And I know I've tried it without, and it makes a difference when you add just a little bit of lemon juice. Now we're going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon. So this is a half teaspoon, so I'm going to do 2 to make 1 teaspoon because we want it nice and spiced up. We're going to do a 4th teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. This combo together makes the perfect combination. The baking powder gives it a little rise, and the baking soda browns it just a little bit. Or if you find these triggering, skip them completely. It'll still turn out great. Cindy, how much oats was that? So I had cooked oats, which would be 4 ounces, but if you're using raw oats, uncooked, just out of the bag, that would be 1 ounce. So either or would work. Now we're going to add a pinch of each. We're going to do a pinch of allspice. Marcy, 4 ounces cooked. Yes, thank you, Marcy. We're going to do a pinch of allspice. Let's see. I like it's too far away. I love that you keep a teaspoon in your cinnamon. Going to adopt that. Yes, it's kind of nice, especially since it's like a bulk jar, because then you're like, oh, what do I do with this? I also do that with my salt, because we got fine salt, and a salt grinder does not work very well with fine salt. Found that out the hard way, so we put it in this cute little container, and then we just have like a little teaspoon thing, leave it in there, then, oh, I need some salt, just scoop a little on there. It works perfect. Now we're going to do a pinch of ground cardamom, or you could skip the cardamom. I know I've seen some people did not like cardamom, but you could skip it and it would still taste delicious. Now we're going to do a pinch of ground cloves, just a little, because cloves can really take over. Cindy, 2 ounces uncooked. It would be 1 ounce uncooked. Oh, Marcy. Thank you, Marcy. We're going to do a pinch of lemon zest. Now, I don't have any fresh lemons in my house, but I did buy some organic lemon peel. It's not as strong as lemon zest, which would be delish. So you could do either or. So I'm just going to do a pinch of this. Deborah, how much baking soda and baking powder? I missed that. Not a problem. I did a 4th teaspoon of each of those. I have found that's like the perfect amount for a single serving of breakfast, is a 4th of each, and it makes it really easy. Just do a scoop of each with your 4th teaspoon. Let's see, we got all that in there. Oh, I forgot we're doing a half teaspoon of ground ginger. You could use fresh ginger also. That would be delicious. A half teaspoon. Let's see, I have one of those. Do a half teaspoon of ginger. A half teaspoon of nutmeg. So it's kind of like an allspiced kind of thing. Or it's close to chai spice or even a pumpkin pie spice blend. Those can kind of be the same. So we did a half teaspoon of nutmeg. Now we're going to do a half teaspoon of instant coffee. Linda Steele said it perfectly. Instant coffee gives it a depth and a warmth, which it so does. And with fruit, I don't know, it like caramely, it gets like this ooey gooiness. Or it's not like ooey gooey, but I don't know, it's just a really good flavor when you add it with fruit. Let's see, did we get all of our things in there? We did. Oh, we need 1 egg. We're going to do 1 egg. We're going to play the game. Is this a 2-ounce egg? Let's see. We're going to play roulette. Now this one is a really dinky egg because I get my eggs from a farm, so they're always different sizes. I think this one will be 2 ounces. Let's try it. 1 egg should weigh 2 ounces uncooked or cooked. That would be a half of a protein. Oh, my scale just turned off. Perfect. Let's see, is it 2 ounces? Oh, 2.2. Or you could do the 1 egg, which is, that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, if it was under, I would either add more Greek yogurt on top or peanut butter. But if it's over, then I do the 1 egg rule because it's kind of hard to take 0.2 from an egg. And it will shrink and cook a little bit. It will like do things while it's cooking, so it'll kind of just round out. Gretchen, did I miss anything between the oats and the salt? No, there was nothing between oats and salt. Oops. We are spring flinging. It was just some spices. It's all good. There was, nothing between oats and salt. It was just the oats, and then we went to the salt, and then we went to the rest of the seasonings. I will be posting this recipe tomorrow morning sometime. So it will be in written form, which I know a lot of you like, which makes it easier. So just mix this up so everything's nice and combined. No chunks. I mean, there will be little chunks of carrots and probably little chunks of banana, but that's okay because those will cook beautifully. All right, so here is our mixture. Isn't that beautiful? Now we are going to lightly oil a small bread pan. This is just a small bread pan. It does not have a size on it. Let's see. So it's about a 6-inch, 6 by 3-inch bread pan. Not exactly sure how you measure those, but small bread pan or just a small baking dish. You can make this as muffins. You can even try making it as a waffle. See if that turns out. I didn't grab any oil. Just going to lightly spray this with oil so it doesn't stick. Otherwise, you could line it with parchment paper. I've done that also, and it works perfectly. We're going to pour our batter into here. Get everything into the bread pan. I think a regular loaf pan would work also. It'll probably be a little bit flatter. A regular size. I have no clue what size a regular size is, but I know what it looks like because I have them. I just don't know what size they are. You want every little bit. Larson, what's cooking tonight? We are cooking up some carrot banana bread. And then we're going to make the cucumber dilly salad from the brand new Volume 10 cookbook. That's what's cooking up tonight. All right, so I'm going to throw this in the sink. And now let's put this in our oven. So here we have our beautiful carrot banana bread. The carrots make it nice and moist. The bananas make it nice and sweet. And the oats are just a beautiful grain, which who doesn't like grains? So I have the oven at 350. We're going to put this in for 30 minutes. Set the little timer. Perfect. So while that's cooking, now we can cook up our delicious spring dilly salad, which is going to be delish. Our cucumber. Let me move all these spices that I spilled, because that would not taste good in our cucumber salad. So you're going to need a bowl. And let's open this book up. We're going to cook right out of this in the brand new Volume 10, which I did ship out some Monday and then throughout the week, which is so fun. It's page 136, the cucumber dilly salad. So you could have this for dinner, or you could have it for lunch also. You would just reduce the vegetable by 1 ounce, so it would be 6 ounces total. That would be your full lunch vegetables, which is fun because then you get fruit on the side too, and 3/4 protein. So win-win on the side after this salad, which is really fun. So we're going to start with slicing our cucumbers very thin. Put these forks here. Maybe it'll hold it open. It's not. But, so I'm going to put my bowl on my scale. We're going to do 5 ounces cucumbers, and then we'll do an ounce of onion. I really like onion. You could do less onion. You could do half an ounce of onion or just a total of 6 ounces. So I have a mandolin here. That's what this slicer is called. Who knew? But it is. Which slices things, and I'm going to just set it to very thin. And we're just going to take our cucumber and slice them. We're going to wash these off first. I realized today I had to run uptown real quick, and I realized that, oh, I have no cucumbers in my house, and this is after I announced that we're making the cucumber dilly salad. So I'm like, uh-oh, ran to the store. You know you eat healthy when you make emergency runs to the store for cucumbers. I've made emergency runs to the store for bananas, because you can never not have bananas. Let's see, this is just going to go on the table. That's okay. So you're going to take it. Now be very careful because this is very sharp. And you want to cut these as thin as you can, or you could use a knife and cut them super thin, which works also. Now be very careful not to chop your fingers. I've done that. It's not lovely. So we're going to do 6 ounces, 5 ounces, because we're doing an ounce of onion. Almost forgot about our onion. So let's see. That is 2, 4, 4.5, just a couple more slices, maybe like 2 more slices. Now you could make these even thinner, because these are actually they're a little bit thicker than I was hoping that they would be. I don't know if this thing doesn't set very well, but the thinner the slices, the better. You want it like shaved, little teeny tiny slices, but this will work too. So this came out to 5.4, which is fine, because then we'll just do the rest in onion. We're going to dice some onion up. Move this to the side. I just have some onion left over, so we're going to chop this up. You want little teeny tiny onion slices. And I found the hard way, don't cut apples or fruit right after you cut onions, because your apples and fruit will taste like onion, which is very fun if you're using the same knife. So you want just teeny tiny little diced onions, and we want half an ounce, just to total 6 ounces. Perfect. Put this to the side. So I'm making this for lunch. You could make this for dinner, but this is going to be my lunch tomorrow, which is so fun. So I did a total of 6 ounces cucumbers and onions. Now we're going to do 2 ounces Greek yogurt. Oh, first, before we do our Greek yogurt, we're going to sprinkle this with some salt, and then we're going to let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes just to release the liquids, or you could skip that step. So I have my salt here. We're just going to sprinkle it. I'm going to do about an 1/8 teaspoon, and then you can just kind of toss it. Probably going to do 1 more. Get everything nice and salty, because this will help make the juices just come out. You can already tell the juices are starting. It starts to I don't know, it looks like it's sweating when you put the salt on top. You can do this with eggplant. You can do this with zucchinis. You can release the liquid from them. Now in a separate bowl, we're going to get another bowl here. We're going to add the rest of our ingredients, and this will be like our creamy mixture that is going to be tossed in. I think we're done with the salt. Let's see. We're in a separate bowl. We are going to, this is where you add the onions, but you can add it to the cucumbers as well. That is perfectly fine. We're going to add our yogurt and our mayo. So we're going to do 2 ounces plain Greek yogurt, which is 1/4 of our protein. Let me grab a spoon. So we want 2 ounces, 1.6, 2, perfect. Then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of mayo, or you could do half an ounce, whichever is easier. I'm going to do a tablespoon. And I have this is Primal Kitchen mayo, real mayonnaise made with avocado oil, so it's very healthy. Let's see what's in it. Avocado oil, eggs, egg yolks, vinegar, salt. Ooh, organic rosemary extract. I didn't know that they put that. Ooh, it smells good. I've never used this before. This has just been in my fridge. Not that long, so it's not rotten. We're going to do 1 tablespoon or ½ ounce. Let's see if it's the same. So my scale is zeroed. Oh, it's 0.6. So a tablespoon sometimes is just a tish bit bigger than ½ ounce. But either or, you can measure it or do 1 tablespoon. Now let's see, what do we need? We need a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. I ran out of white wine vinegar, but red wine vinegar will work perfectly well, and it'll give it a little pink hue, which will be cute. You could either do a tablespoon or ½ ounce. We're going to do a tablespoon since we got it here. So we want 1 tablespoon. This will make our cucumbers pink. That'll be cute. Cute and springy. Now let's see, what do we need? We're going to add our pepper to this. So we're going to do a pinch of ground pepper. I didn't grab that either. Or the dill. We need dill. Let's see, here's pepper. You know, you think you're prepared and then you get here and you're like, oh, I forgot that, and that. But thankfully, we're in the kitchen, so I'm not like out somewhere where I can't grab it. It's right here. So we're going to do just a little bit of pepper. I quite like pepper. This is going to be quite a bit. Just kind of do it to taste, pepper to taste. Now we're going to mix this up. So I'm going to grab my forks. I put them in the book. That's my new bookmark, our forks. And we're going to whisk this together to create this beautiful sauce. Ooh, it smells so good. It smells very vinegary. But that's okay. So it's kind of going to be like a creamy pickle. Does that make sense? That's kind of the flavor of this. So we got this beautiful creamy sauce. I can't tip it too much because it might spill. But here's our beautiful creamy sauce. Let's see what is next. Now we're going to drain the water from the cucumbers. They've been sitting quite a bit. Long enough. So I'm just going to put my hand over it and tip them over, see what liquid comes out. Nothing came out. That's okay. So you can let them sit longer and let them drain more, or just throw all your ingredients together. You don't have to do the salt and draining part or the making all the liquid come out. That is optional. It does make it a little bit more dense. So now let's see. Make sure. We're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So we're going to do a ½ teaspoon of dill. Or you could do more dill because dill is just so delicious. But I'm going to do a ½ teaspoon like the recipe says. And you could do rosemary in this. You could do any of your favorite seasonings. You could even add some jalapenos if you want some spice. That would be delicious too. I'm going to grab a spatula. And now we're going to pour our creamy mixture into our cucumbers. And then we're going to toss them together to create our salad. We want every little bit because we weighed this and we worked for that. Maybe I'll save this because then we'll toss our salad with it. We're going to pour this creamy mixture on top. This is just a beautiful, it's fresh, it's light, and then you get tons of stuff on the side with this, which is kind of fun if you like to do sides of things. And this is a good way to get your vegetables without feeling like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of vegetables. You could even have this for dinner because there's no fruit. You could have this salad for dinner and then have 7 ounces vegetables on the side if you do 7 ounces. Otherwise, you could do 6 ounces cucumber still. And then you'd get 8 ounces of vegetables on the side. Ooh, the dill mixed with everything just smells so delightful. Get everything nice and tossed. Let's see. And our banana bread has about 20 minutes left, which is fine. And here is our beautiful dilly cucumber salad. Then you get to eat all of this for lunch or dinner because there's no fruit. So this is a floating meal. It could be either or. Now you could slice your cucumbers super thin so then they're kind of wiggly like this. Or mine kind of turned out a little bit thick. So depending on how thin you cut them, but it'll still taste delicious. Now this will even be better refrigerated overnight or for about 30 minutes because all the flavors will really marinate together and just become this beautiful, delicious salad. So with this salad, you would get 3/4 protein if you're having this for dinner or for lunch. Let's say we're having this for lunch because we did 6 ounces vegetables. So you would get 3/4 protein on the side, and then you would get 6 ounces fruit also. You could even add some grapes and apples into that. That would be so yummy, and that beautiful is just fresh, springy. You could even add some frozen berries. That would be delicious in the cucumber salad. And then you get protein on the side. You could even sprinkle a little bit more dill on top if you want it to be super dilly. But we're going to leave it at that. So that is that, and our banana bread is cooking. It's got about 20 minutes left. So I'll tell you what's going on. So tonight, 6:30 p.m., you can join me for an uplifting, inspiring, hope-filled time. We have Bible study right in our kitchen, right where this camera is right now. It's our family. It's just a really fun time. We start out with music, and this month we are having our series on the secret to your healing. All through the month of March, we are doing the Secret to Your Healing series. So we each kind of take turns teaching. We have Sunday, we have Tuesday, we have Thursday, we have Friday, and we each take turns teaching on that subject, which is really fun because you get a lot of different views. You can catch up on past episodes on the Love of God Family Church Facebook page or at loveofgodfamilychurch.com. Otherwise, you can join us tonight live. I'll be sharing. It's so fun being together. I know a couple of you have joined. I know Maureen has been joining us. It's been so fun. So 6:30 Central Time tonight, right in my kitchen, live at loveofgodfamilychurch.com. Otherwise, if you're personal friends with me on Facebook, I share the watch party. So that's tonight. It's going to be really fun. We're going to learn about being strong inside, and that helps our flesh on the outside, which is exciting. And then, if you didn't see the post, it was yesterday, it was posted, the brand spanking new Cooking with Joy 2. So here's Cooking with Joy 1. So now there's Cooking with Joy 2 is published. It is finished. I ordered the first shipment. It's being printed right now. I have no clue how long that takes. There have been some delays with COVID, but they've been quicker the last couple times I've ordered. So it is coming in the mail. I know a bunch of you have pre-ordered yours. I'm so excited to get it in my hands and to just look at it and be like, and then send them out to you. It is so fun. You can find that and like a sneak peek of that, the cover, and then I put the recipe index there. So Cooking with Joy 1 is volumes 1 through 5 in one book. Cooking with Joy 2 is volumes 6 through 10. So you would get all these brand new recipes. Volume 6 through 10 in one big book. So all of them together would be all 10 volumes in 2 big books. So exciting. So that is published and finished, and it is available for pre-order right now because it's in the printing process, which is coming out so soon. Cindy, so happy for you. Thank you, Cindy. Kelly, so cute. Thanks, Kelly. Kelly actually designed all my covers. Aren't they just beautiful? She is so fun to work with. And I know she's making Nicole, the Chaffle Queen. She's helping her with her books also, which is so exciting. So those books are coming soon. Chaffle Queen is making a chaffle cookbook. So fun. Who doesn't like chaffles? And I know a lot of you have gotten on the chaffle train with all your little mini dashes and all that stuff. Waffles are so fun. You could literally make this banana bread as a waffle, and it cooks really fast. But yeah, so Cooking with Joy 2 is coming. You can find the recipe index. You can find the cover. You can find just volumes 6 through 10, all my cookbooks, and more. And you'll find this replay on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. Just the title of the book, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. Super easy. Patty, you and Kelly are a good team. Oh, thanks, Patty. We are. We work together a lot, and we work very well together. It's so fun. And she is so talented with all her creativeness and designing and all this stuff. It is so fun to work with Kelly. And you can find the recipe index and food galleries for each of the cookbooks. You can find past recipes. I think I have the other carrot bake recipe on my website also. It's in the Pinterest recipes tab of the menu, and you can scroll through the Pinterest recipes or follow me on Pinterest, which is fun. Weight Loss Recipes Cookbook on Pinterest. It's so fun being on all those platforms with all of you and seeing all your yumminess. And Instagram too. Let's see, we got like 10 minutes left. Let's check on it. It might be done because I have it set just a little bit hotter, and my little oven cooks a little bit faster than my big oven does. So let's check on this. Ooh, it's getting there. It's still a little soft. While that is still cooking, we get to top this with some delicious peanut butter fluff. So let's make our peanut butter fluff. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I made with peanut butter fluff that makes it taste even more delicious, which is that possible because that peanut butter fluff is so good. And now I've had a couple people ask me, well, how do you get it fluffy? How do you make it fluffy? It's just called peanut butter fluff because you know how peanut butter is really dense? Well, when you mix it with yogurt, it gets more of like a whipped mixture, but it's not like meringue, how that's really fluffy, or like egg whites, that's really fluffy. It's not that kind of fluff. I just call it fluff because it's really fun to say. So let's make our peanut butter fluff. We're going to do 2 ounces Greek yogurt because we have an egg in our bake, which is half of our protein. So this will be our other half of protein, our peanut butter fluff on top. Otherwise, you can just put yogurt and then drizzle it with peanut butter. But this kind of makes your peanut butter go a little farther. That's what I think it does. So we're going to do 2 ounces Greek yogurt. Ooh, 2.2, too much. Perfect, 2 ounces. And then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of peanut butter, which I forgot that too. 1/2 ounce of peanut butter. And this is drizzly, so it will probably pour in. Wait for it to come out. Come on, peanut butter. We want 1/2 ounce, which is another 1/4 of our protein. Or you could do your favorite nuts instead and just do just the yogurt on top and then 1/2 ounce of nuts. That would be delicious also. Perfect, 0.5, which is 1/2 ounce, 0.5. Nicole, wow, you're just the sweetest, Natalie. Oh, Nicole. Speaking of sweet, girl, you are so nice, so sweet. Thank you very much for the shout out about my Choppal cookbook. I literally just got on because my son called me at 2:30, and the second I got on, I heard my name. Oh my goodness, what timing is that? Oh, so fun, and then so fun to get to call your son, and then you get on right at that time. What? That was divine timing right there, I think. That is so cute. So I like to do with my peanut butter fluff now, I like to add just a little bit of spices, and these are my favorite spice combo for this. So it's, of course, a pinch of instant coffee, and it's not much. It's just a little pinch, because you don't want too much because it will make it a little bit bitter, because it is just coffee. So don't do too much. Just a pinch, not even an 1/8 teaspoon, just like a sprinkle. Then we're going to do just a teeny tiny little splash of vanilla extract. You don't need much of spices in this. So these are just like the thought of a spice in it. Just, ooh, just a little drop. Then we're going to do a pinch of cinnamon. Like just a little sprinkle. Now cinnamon, that's okay if you use a little bit more. Then we're going to do a pinch of nutmeg, just a pinch. And I quite like nutmeg, so we're going to do 2 pinches of nutmeg. Then we're going to, of course, my favorite, sea salt. This is just pink Himalayan sea salt. Just a little sprinkle. Not too much because it can get salty, and that would not be yummy. I accidentally did that one time where I finally did it where I added too much salt. I'm like, ooh, that was quite salty. Oh, let's see. On Instagram. Hi, Natalie. This is your friend Amy. Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining me. So we have our yogurt, peanut butter, and then just our pinches of seasonings. And we're just going to mix this together with a fork. And if this mixture is too thick, which it usually isn't, depending on what you want, If you want a pourable drizzle, you could add a splash of hot water and mix it up again. Just a little splash, because too much and it like curdles and it never mixes together, and that's not yummy. So just a splash of hot water. I just have a water cooler and I just splash. And then you mix that until that's smooth. Then you do it again and you mix that until it's smooth. Add another splash. Then mix it again. Add another little splash. And that's how you can get really drizzly peanut butter also. It gets really smooth. Linda! Receiving Cooking with Joy 2 will be like Christmas. I cannot wait to sit down and check out all the goodness. Congratulations on the success of your remarkable recipes, Natalie. You bless us all with your faith, gifts, and enthusiasm. Linda, you're so sweet. Aww. Yes, it's gonna be like Christmas. I'm like so excited. I like check my emails every day because they send me an email when it's finally done printing and it's gonna be shipped, and I'm like, is it today? Is it today? Is it done? Is it done? Because I'm just so excited. This is so fun. And I can't imagine just being you guys. You're so excited also. I just love our excitedness together. Linda, you are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so glad, like, making these recipes is fun and all, but then sharing them with all of you is like the cherry on top. It just makes it all worth it. It's kind of like I tell people, it's like when you color a picture as a kid and you're like, what do I do with this now? You put it on the fridge with all your other stuff and then, I don't know, there's like no point to it. But when somebody's like, hey, can you color this for me? And there's like a purpose, that makes it just all the more exciting and sweet. And you guys, you are my purpose to keep going because you guys love these recipes so much, which makes me love you so much. Not because you like my recipes, but, you know, it makes me so excited seeing you guys so excited, which makes me even more excited. Oh my goodness, she put a little picture and it's Snoopy doing a happy dance. Me too. I'm happy dancing. I'm so excited. But yeah, you guys make this so worth it. And you're all so sweet. And it's fun having foodie friends also because I could talk about food like all day, which is probably not the best thing. So I hold it back a lot more than you think. Let's see. We have a couple comments on Instagram. Amy, what are you making today? We are making carrot cake banana bread, and we are making the cucumber dilly salad from the brand new volume 10. Stitched by Gretchen. I've never purchased... Let me talk straight. I have never purchased instant coffee. Any recommendations? Ooh, that's a good question. So my first instant coffee that I bought was the Folgers Classic. You don't want to get decaf. You just want just regular, and it's 100% pure coffee. I have no clue how they make instant coffee, but they put little baby angels of heaven in here. It's amazing. My sister likes the Folgers. She said it's not as bitter because then I finally used up this whole thing. Not just by myself. Everybody else was using it too. So then I bought this one at my local Aldi's. And this one is not as, how do you say it, caramely, or as, this one's a little bit more bitter than the Folgers. So I would recommend getting just the Folgers Classic Roast. I know some people have said that espresso powder, that's really good too also. Never tried that, and I cannot find it at my local stores. I'm just going to have to go on Amazon and just search and buy some because they said that it's like coffee but a little bit stronger. It's like the instant coffee but stronger, which I really like strong coffee. That's just me. But otherwise, just any instant coffee you could find, and then see what brands taste good for you because every brand is different, I guess. Linda, Taster's Choice instant coffee is good and not bitter either. Ooh. Yeah, this is Viewmont coffee. A little bit bitter. Not too bad. I don't mind it. But like Linda said, the Taster's Choice, I guess that's good. Melissa, I love Trader Joe's instant coffee. Okay, Trader Joe's has good instant coffee. You're going to get all the good instant coffee, and me too. Now I'm like excited. It's going to be the new thing. I'm going to have to buy like every single one of these and try them all out now. Nicole, Nescafe makes great instant coffee too. Ooh, I'm going to have to find all of these now and try them. I don't have a Trader Joe's by me, but I guess Aldi's and Trader Joe's are like, they were brothers or something, then they split up. Anyway, so they kind of have the same stuff, but I think Trader Joe's has more of an organic selection than Aldi's. Aldi's is pretty good, but is the closest I can get. So I'm going to have to look for those different instant coffees. So yeah, Kelly likes the Folgers, Nicole likes the Nescafe, Melissa likes the Trader Joe's, and Linda likes Taster's Choice. So those are all fun instant coffee brands. This one's not too bad, just the one from Aldi's. It is a little bit bitter. So if you're not a coffee drinker, I would not recommend starting with this one. Maybe start with the Folgers or one of the recommendations. Those are probably the best as a gateway to instant coffee. And be prepared, because instant coffee does have caffeine in it. So if you're having like a coffee in the morning, and then maybe you have a recipe that has quite a bit of instant coffee, like a teaspoon or more, this recipe does not have that much instant coffee, but you can get a little bit of a buzz from it if you're a little bit more sensitive to caffeine. So just a word of warning, it is caffeine, but it's tasty. All right, and our banana bread is like done. It's gonna ding any second, so I'm just gonna pull it out. And we don't need our scale anymore because everything is weighed. Let me get so we can put our hot dish on there. It's not a hot dish, it's just a dish that's hot. Perfect. There we go. And I did the poke test, and you can kind of see it's nice and stiff, so it's done. Or you do the poke test, and it has a little bit of firmness and bounce. Now I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit more moist since I used the cooked oatmeal instead of just dry oatmeal, but it'll still be delicious if you like a little bit more moist. Otherwise, you could cook this longer if you like things more dry and really firm. You could cook this a little bit longer, but for me, I always liked a little bit undercooked, doughy kind of things. That was my taste. So this is to your taste. You could cook it a little longer, but I think this will be perfect. So now let's put our peanut butter fluff on top. And this is what our peanut butter fluff came out to. It's thick, it's creamy, it smells like peanut butter in heaven. We want to get every little bit. And I'm going to need another spatula. I go through a lot of spatulas in my house, but that's okay. So we're going to spread this on top. And this banana bread, so you know if you ever made banana bread before cutting out sugar and flour, you know when you leave it overnight and then the next day it gets like that caramel, or it gets that, I don't even know what it does, that ooey gooiness on the top. This kind of will get that too if you leave it refrigerated overnight, because I had mine the night before. Otherwise, if you want it more of a cakey, a little bit like fluffier, have it hot. That would be delicious too. But I like things when it sits overnight. It gets beautifully, it sits, and I don't know, it does things. It's like the cobbler with the elves that came and did his shoes. I think there's little baby elves that come and just kind of kiss your bakes and make them delicious. Okay, we're going to spread this on top. Ooh, it's going to get nice and melty because it's hot. You want every little bit. I found if you scrape it on the side and then you get it more of like a glob, it comes off nicer. So you get every little bit. We weighed this, we worked hard on this, we want every little bit. And here is our beautiful carrot banana bread. This will be a delicious breakfast, and this is your whole breakfast. You get to eat this whole loaf. Win-win, right? Isn't that the best? Let me grab this a little bit better so I can really show you it. Here is our delicious banana bread. So yummy. In the morning, after you let this sit for a while, you can take a knife and slide it around the edges, and this should just pop right out because it's nice and moist, so it's not going to like glue to your pan. And we did oil our pan just a little bit, light spray of oil, and you get this beautiful bake. And then we have our beautiful salad for lunch. And then I'm going to leave this overnight in my fridge. Then in the morning, or the next day at lunch, not in the morning, I would just give it a little toss to just coat the cucumbers again. So I'm going to cover this, leave it in my fridge overnight, which will be perfect. They'll get perfectly marinated. I don't need a hot pad for that. I was going to use a hot pad. So we have our beautiful dilly salad. I'll show you it again. And we have our beautiful banana bread. Perfect springy meals. This just feels like Easter, and this just smells, and it's going to taste like spring. And spring is coming. I think we're done with the snowstorms. You never know in Minnesota. There might be another one in April. You never know, but it'll be exciting, whatever it is. Linda, num, I love dill. Me too. Anything dill is just delicious. So funny. So these were our meals for today for our recipes. Send me some suggestions of what we should make next week. I like themes. It could be a recipe that's in the book. It could just be like, hey, have you ever made this recipe? Because I do have a plethora of recipes coming. Okay, I'm going to let you in. I've been kind of on a roll. And since I put together volume 10, I have these recipes made. I just got to put them in the books. And then I had time when I was working on Cooking with Joy too. And then that had some issues that had to be worked out and fixed. So while those are being worked out and fixed, I had time that I already started putting the recipes in volume 11. So that will be coming soon. And that one is going to have the mango bake in there. What are some other? Oh, it's going to have the pizza salad. We made that pizza salad. It was heavenly. That was really yummy. And so is the mango bake. The mango bake, you could like tweak that and make that 1,000 different flavors, which is so fun. It's kind of like oatmeal, but baked oatmeal that you could make any flavor, which is really fun. Just take the basics of that recipe and go to town with it. I know my air fryer friend Kathy from Texas, she has made 1,001 different flavors of the mango bake, and her food always looks like a piece of art. It is beautiful, and she uses such fun flavors. So go on Instagram, find her on there. I think it's Bright Life Kathy or brightlife.kathy, something like that on Instagram. Linda, the apple cobbler that uses your apple jam next time. Ooh, that would be fun. I do have some apple jam in the freezer. Nicole, you're amazing. Oh, Nicole, you are so sweet. Oh, Janice, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Janice, for joining me and watching. It is so fun. And if you're watching the replay, you can always find the replay. If you came in late, missed some things, you can find the replay on Facebook, Instagram, my website. I'll be posting it after this, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. You can find the cucumber dilly salad on my website also in volume 10. And I will be posting this carrot banana bread, which is like Easter. It just screams Easter. I don't know, carrot cake, Easter, bunnies. It's cute. I'll be posting that recipe tomorrow. So be looking for that if you want to make your own. Super yummy. And you get your vegetables and fruit in the morning. And you get oats and stuff, which I think breakfast, I like all the different meals. They're so fun. So you can find all that on my website. You can pre-order your Cooking with Joy 2 or get your volume 10 on my website too. It is so fun cooking with you. We will be back next week on Fridays. That's our new days. No more Thursdays. Move to Fridays because then we get to spend the weekend together on our Friday cooking, which is always fun. I love cooking with you guys. Elizabeth, you do look pretty. Oh, Elizabeth, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, Elizabeth. I thought I needed something springy and light and fun. So fun cooking together. I love you guys. Thank you again for all your love and support. Without God and without you, these cookbooks would not be here. I probably would not be here cooking. It has been an amazing adventure. I never thought in a million years growing up that people ask me, oh, well, what do you do? I write cookbooks, and I get to cook with my friends every week, and that's what I do. And I do Bible studies, and I get to just have this with you guys. It is so fun, so amazing. You have all blessed me so much. This has been the craziest, funnest adventure and life journey, and having you all along. Journeys are just so much better with friends. And you guys, I consider you all my friends. It has definitely been worth living fat to lose the weight and then get to meet all of you. I don't think if I would have gone through all of that, I don't think I would have ever met any of you, ever made these cookbooks, and just our paths would not have crossed. So I'm thankful for that. I probably would not be like, oh, let's do it again, but because we're going to stay deliciously free from food and we're going to stay thin. because that is our goal. We're going to keep with this, stick with this, and who needs sugar and flour when you can have delicious foods like these that satisfy you and leave you guilt-free? So fun. I could keep going on forever. Linda, oh, Miss Natalie, what a joy to know all of our Blee peeps. Yes, this has been such a blessing. The recipe ideas page is so fun, seeing all your creative creations. Instagram has been so fun, seeing all your creative creations. And then when you tag me and stuff, it is so fun. You guys are the sweetest friends ever. And we're all going through the same thing. So we are all on the same journey together, which is life, and it's fun. And remember, you're only one thought away from a good day. You just change your thoughts and you change your day. And how do you do that? You change it with your words. I know that there's been times when I've been in the kitchen, I'm like, ugh, I have to cook another meal. I cannot do this. I'm so done. I'm not going to chop another vegetable. I have to chop onions. I have to cook things. You just change that one word. Just change that one thought to, I get to make another meal. I get to chop something. I get to be in the kitchen. I get to eat all this delicious food and live free from that. And you change your whole day. You change your whole outlook on life. Instead of saying, oh, I have to go to work, say, I get to go to work. Or instead of saying, oh, I have to do this really hard thing, I get to do this really hard thing. Instead of saying, oh, I don't get to eat that, and that, and that, just tell yourself, I get to eat this, and I get to eat this, and I get to be thin at the same time, and we get to eat a lot of food. So it's just that little thought being changed by your words. You can do it because we're all in this together. And remember, we're here to support one another. We're here to love one another. And this is just the funnest community. And I love you guys. And I could just keep going on all day. But join me tonight, 6:30 p.m., because we are going to be in my kitchen again. I told you this, but in case you got on late, we're going to be in my kitchen. We have a new series all through the month of March, and it's The Secret to Your Healing. Then I'll let you in on a secret. Next month, April, we are doing, all through the month of April, we are doing a series called Who Are You? You're going to find out who you are, who God says you are, what you have, your identity, your true self, what really belongs to you, all of that through the month of April, which I'm really excited about. So join us on live tonight, exclusively on live, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Facebook and Instagram at Love of God Family Church. It would be fun to see you there. I know some of you have joined us on our live stream Bible studies, and it is so fun having you there too. We do it like this on Thursdays and Fridays, where it's interactive, where you can chat and talk with us on the live stream, which is really fun also. So join us tonight. I'll be sharing. We are going to be talking about healing already, and it's only halfway through the month of March. Already, we have had healing testimonies, people going in for doctor's appointments, and then the doctor telling them, wow, there's nothing. We couldn't find a thing. There have been so many testimonies like that. People who they've woken up with like horrible flu symptoms, and then by the end of the day, it's gone. It's just amazing things like that all the time. Because when you hear about healing, then you get healings, which is so fun. So join us tonight. Nicole, it's a great series. The All Family is such a blessing. Oh, Nicole, you're so sweet. And it's so fun having you guys join us on the live stream Bible studies. All right, I'm going to let you go because you have the rest of the afternoon. We will be back next Friday, 2:30 p.m., right here again. We're going to be cooking up something delicious again. Join me tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Love of God Family Church Facebook page, or if you're personal friends with me, I share the watch party, which is fun also. All right, thank you for cooking with me and watching and joining me in the kitchen. I'll be posting the carrot banana bread tomorrow, and check out my website. Find some yummy things on there. And remember, you're only one thought away from a good day. Sneak around here. With joy, Natalie.